Jai Gurudev, and welcome to Your Saheli Chat Show. My name is Jas Saikon and I'm the founder of Your Saheli, and with me I've got two guests who are going to actually be asking me questions. So thanu audience nu pata laguga Your Saheli ki a ta kidda assi operate karte hain. Mere naal hai ki aj Gudyal Gacha, hello Gudyal, sat sri akal, and Devinda Ubi, hello Devinda,
sat sri akal,
sat sri akal. And कईयां ने पूछा है ना यो सहेली किया ता किथे हुंदा ग्रुप किथे मीटिंग हुंदे आ सो ਅਸੀਂ सोचा आज ਅਸੀਂ सिर्फ इस टॉपिक ਤੇ ਟੱਚ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਾਂਗੇ ਕੀਆ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਗੁਰਦਿਆਲ ਜੀ ਚੇਤਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮਿਲੀਆਂ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ ਬਿਗਿਨਿੰਗ ਆਫ ਦਿਸ ਈਅਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀਗਾ I'd love to interview you and just talk about your journey and why you do what you do so ਦੇਖੋ ਆਪਣੇ words ਦਾ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਪਾਵਰ ਹੈ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਪਾਵਰਫੁਲ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜੋ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਮੂੰਹ ਚੋਂ ਲਫ਼ਜ਼ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਿਨ ਉਹ ਸੱਚ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਹਨਾ ਮੈਨੀਫੈਸਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ so Gudyal ji wanted to do this but today you've got the opportunity so far away.
Feel really privileged because you know when I first met you I wanted to know what everything had happened and where we are now. So the first question I wanted to ask you was how Your Saheli was created.
Your Saheli was created in 2015. So what happened was in 2008 my husband passed away, and you know when you go through a trauma like that, it was a sudden trauma, and for years and years you're kind of just going through your grief and your all the emotions that you have to deal with. You're doing all that, but to heal from something like that you never heal because you know for lifelong that is going to be there with you. It's a part of you. When you've lost a part of you, it's something that's you know always with you. So I did that, dealt with what I had to do, and me being you know Sikh, my faith was a big one for me because that gave me acceptance of what had happened. So I had to accept that, and you know God had given me this for a reason, and I felt there has to be something why this has happened to me. There has to be something bigger because I couldn't find a reason at this age and why, and I was questioning myself what purpose honi chahidi hai. And you know what, I wanted to join an organisation like Your Saheli where I could be around like-minded women where we can share our stories karke jera widowhood ya it's still a very taboo topic. Why don't we talk about it? We don't talk about it because अपनी community especially सोचदी हो it's bad luck to talk about things like that. जे ਅਸੀਂ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਹੋ ਜਵੇ ਕਹਿ ਤੇ ਥੋੜਾ ਕੁਝ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ but this is the thing, that's why we don't talk about it. Growing up I had no widows around me and when this happened to me I didn't know I was supposed to behave differently because culture, society had an expectation of me to behave in a certain way, but how? I'm still me, right?
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ support ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੋਂ
support ਮਿਲੀ but it came with an expectation.
all right
ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਦਾਂ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਠੀਕ ਆ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਵਾਬ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੌਣ ਤਾਂ
ਸਹੀ support ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਦੀ
support ਸਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਦੀ and ਹਜੇ ਵੀ it's a big thing you know. A couple of weeks ago, a few of us went shopping. It was actually only a few days ago. We went shopping and ਉੱਥੇ ਕਰਵਾ ਚੌਥ ਸੀਗਾ and you know one of them said ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਖਾ ਕੇ ਆਈਆਂ ਉਹਨੇ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਲਏ ਪਰ ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਿਆ because people still don't know. You see, this is the big thing. Hajibi, being a widow is still really taboo. And people need educating because you might be a widow, but that label doesn't define you, does it? I'm still that same Jas Saikon. I still have the same desires as you and the other person. Instead of supporting, ਆਪਾਂ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਗਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਦੁੱਖ ਲੱਗਦਾ because I'm done all the healing, done the work on me, and I understand people haven't got the knowledge.
but ਲੋਕੀ ਤਾਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਡਰਦੇ ਆ or they're scared being around a widow person because of they think they ਕੋਈ bad luck something ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਅਸਰ ਨਾ ਪੈ ਜਾਏ. Do you think that's
I still think that is the issue because ਜਦੋਂ ਵਿਆਹ ਸ਼ਾਦੀਆਂ ਤੇ for example ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ Bollywood movies ਆ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਇੰਪੈਕਟ ਕਾਫੀ ਰੋਂਗ ਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਿਆਣੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਦਿਨ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਆ ਡਰਾਮੇ ਬਾਲੀਵੁੱਡ ਮੂਵੀਆਂ ਤਾਂ ਦੇਖੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਿਡੋਜ਼ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਚਿੱਟੇ ਕੱਪੜੇ ਕੁਆਇਟ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਪਿੱਛੇ and it's not right and there are some great Bollywood movies as well like Babu when he
he empowers her
and he empowers her because he said the colours are gone from her life. She's constantly crying. This is not right. This is not what I want for my daughter-in-law. And if just breathing is living, then it's not right. And he did something about it. You know, he wanted her to live. He wanted her to be happy. The thing is, ਜੇ ਕੁਛ ਇਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੋ ਵੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਟਿਲ ਅਗਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਉਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਟ੍ਰੀਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਟ੍ਰੀਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਭਰਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਯੂ نو ਕਿਸੇ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਡੈਥ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ ਉਹਦੀ ਵਾਈਫ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਫੀਲ ਕਰਦੀ ਆ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੁੱਕ ਆਫਟਰ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਹੁਣ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਫॉर एग्जांपल ਮਾਈ ਜਰਨੀ ਮੈਂ 23 ਸਾਲ ਉਸ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਨਾਲ ਸਪੈਂਡ ਕੀਤੇ ਸੀਗੇ of my life and you have an expectation ਹੁਣ ਇਹ ਮੈਨੂੰ look after ਕਰੂਗੇ it's okay I'm still going to be the same and they will take care of everything but instead people had their own agendas and it really hurts and not everybody can actually come through something like this right ਹੁਣ ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ women ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਚੁੱਪ ਕਰ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਟ੍ਰੀਟਮੈਂਟ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਆ right you get cut off and there's bullying tactics that come in
and there's control isn't
and
there?
there's control because we are in a culture that is not equal it's male dominated right culture and so there's always going to be this right so we have to as women support each other but sometimes women are each other's worst enemies because ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਿਆਣੀਆਂ ladies ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ opportunity ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਮਿਲ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਗਲਤ ਆ ਇਹ ਸਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਇਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ it's that judgment and your Saheli came because that word is perfect because your Saheli came about because I wanted to set up a community a sisterhood that was free of any judgments
befriending
equality
befriending
because we grew up in a community we women need a community and community sisterhood for us to share our ideas it's everything and that's where I had this idea so I joined a few groups this was 5-6 years after my husband had passed away that's when I felt I needed to be around not these people anymore that I was with because I was not feeling the right vibe the right energy and I wasn't feeling aligned to them anymore and that's okay because ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਜਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਟੋਰੀ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਲਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ and sometimes ਇੱਕ ਡੋਰ ਬੰਦ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਹੋਰ ਦੋ ਖੁੱਲ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਆ
that's right
so that's okay as well but it's hard to accept that at the time and it's also hard to talk about what you're feeling ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਦਾਂ ਕੰਡੀਸ਼ਨ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀ but it's okay you know and I want to give permission to other women ਜੋ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਫੀਲ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ it's okay to talk about it ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਹੀਲਿੰਗ ਵੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੋਰ ladies ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ permission ਮਿਲੂਗਾ to talk and it creates a movement so your Saheli was I had an idea but I couldn't find anything like this so ਮੈਂ join ਕੀਤਾ ਇੱਕ group ਗੋਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ group in Leamington I joined that ਉਹ ਕਰਦੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਇੱਕ meeting per month so I joined that it was fine it was an annual fee so I joined that because it was close to the idea that I had so I joined that and from there I took a few more golden nuggets to get to my destiny so I joined that for a year 2013 to 2014 and then your Saheli was born in 2015 it's basically what it is it's you know it's setting an example as well for our youngsters to be able to talk about whatever's not sitting right for you so I felt this was my purpose and this was my husband's legacy as well because he always was helping other people as much as he could you know do anything for anybody so I thought me doing this was the only reason I could see why I had gone through that trauma so I set up your Saheli in 2015 we did it in Leamington Spa I invited 150 ladies and it was amazing we had a full house and we got some speakers in to just really speak about certain topics about empowerment because when you're empowered ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ empower ਕਰੋਗੇ ਹੈ ਨਾ
oh yes
so from there it's gone from strength to strength and it's just where women meet we connect once a month we talk about anything that's taboo we talk about all the things that we're not supposed to talk about we have fun and we talk and we you know enjoy afternoon tea or lunch and we just get together
So why do you think of the name Your Saheli?
You know, I felt I could be a professional friend to many, and ਉਹ ਵੀ ਦਿਮਾਗ 'ਚ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਹਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਹੋਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਅਨਫੋਲਡ ਹੋਣ ਲੱਗ ਪੈਂਦਾ God has mysterious ways ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਆ so ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਆ ਸਹੇਲੀ ਰੱਖੀਏ ਨਾ ਇਹਦਾ ਕੀ ਰੱਖੀਏ and then Your Saheli because that's what I felt I could be a professional friend to many so Your Saheli ਨਾ ਵੀ ਆ ਗਿਆ.
So in your words, I know you mentioned lots of people getting together.
Yeah.
But who are they? Who are the Sahelis? Who are the people that are engaging in this idea of yours?
It's all women because my idea originally, I'll be honest with you, it was because there's no platforms for widows to connect and to talk about what they're going through. So originally the idea was I need to do something for widows because some of these women are living in extended families, they can never talk, they can never get away, so it was for widows, but it's actually become such a beautiful place for all women to connect because all women go through the same really, whether you're a widow, whether you're married, whether you're divorced, whether you're a single woman, you know,
it's all the challenges
it's
of
all
life,
the challenges
isn't it?
are all the same, or you may know somebody else that's on the same journey and you might be able to help somebody. So it's become a platform for all women to connect, to share their experiences and to take the stage and to talk about whatever's showing up for them where they're not feeling, you know, themselves. How can they overcome it? So at our events we bring in speakers. The next one on the 28th of November, as you ladies know, and you're both with me on this journey, is Rise Up, Wise Up and Show Up. So again,
The Crown Plaza.
The Crown Plaza, Solihull. ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ show up ਹੋਣਾ ਪਊਗਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ idea ਹੋਗਾ you have to show up do it wise up and rise up and know your worth so because ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਹੀ ਆ it's just finding that and just giving women the tools to actually deal with the challenges of life because every woman has a challenge.
Can you give me an example, like some women that have benefited? Have you stories that you can share with us?
Definitely, because I always say I had never done anything like this. If I can do this, you can do whatever. Like Gadial, for example, is one. She was going to set up her own coaching company, and which she's done it now, and she wanted an audience. So there we are. We'll give you the audience, and also other speakers, because I truly believe ਆਪਣੀਆਂ Asian ladies, we need Asian coaches ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਕੋਚਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣਾ situation background ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ knowledge ਹੁੰਦਾ community ਦਾ society ਦਾ they can help you heal ਆਪਾਂ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਮੇਰੇ ਲਈ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਦੂਗੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ feel ਕਰਦੀ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਬਹੁਤ bad ਕੋਈ ਮੇਰੇ ਲਈ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਦੂਗਾ
so like this example like ladies got an issue with her divorce
yes
so you've got the right contact so to see
absolutely look firstly you can talk to us if we can't help you we have contacts ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰੋਗੇ we have divorce lawyers on board you know family lawyers we have ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਕੁਝ tragedy ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ in a woman's life divorce ਹੋਵੇ widowhood ਹੋਵੇ ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਹੋਵੇ firstly the finances ਤੇ ਕਿੰਨੇ problem ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ and because usually your husband your partner deals with the financial side of things so we have companies that can help you put your finances in place.
So you've got someone to help with the emotional side and different people to support them in different areas in their life.
And even pensions, that's a big one you see because a lot of women don't know about pensions and it's usually the husband that deals with it. That apni community ਚ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਪੈਨਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਮਾਨ ਲੁਕੋਇਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ from the wives. So we have experts that will help you with that. So doing this, it creates something for everybody that gets involved.
And this is without any cost. Just seva.
Just it's seva. You know, we're supposed to give something back, and I feel this through my pain. This is the power that I've created, and pajna thadi seva ho jandi. Kise nu kuch mor ke dende. Je ek event te ek jani nu jida pagal karde si ek jani di madad ho jwe. Sada kam ho gaya, है ना उस दिन ले. So it does help a lot of people, and we've got lots of सहेलियां हों जेडी साडी November the event या हजे असी 10 weeks होइयां ticket live sale ते already full house ho gaya
so it's great
it's really great so you know it's needed and you know my mission is idan da group hona chahida in every town every city every country and hopefully one day at an international level. Because when you jada pahna kuch karde hain wholeheartedly, and this is how I've done this, it's my passion, and I do it with so much love, and I do it with so much intention, and I don't do it for money.
I'm so surprised, but I need to leave ticket big gay, you know. So people, ladies out there, so in need of this. You know, we want our Saheli to get together,
Yeah.
I
can't wait to meet you all.
Absolutely, same here. And you know, jit tusi real hunde hain, that's what you get back, don't you? You know, we show up raw, real, authentic, and that's what we get back. And it just gives women to feel that they belong to a community. Because when you go through trauma, you feel so alone, and you feel so disconnected.
And I think it's really important to mention that this is going to be a safe and confidential space where whatever you talk to us about, it would not go out of
totally respected.
You know, and it's on an equal ground, and you know, you're going to feel cared for, and I think it's really, really important to have this space where, you know, you're not going to feel judged, and you'll have a voice where you may not have a voice already, unfortunately, or the voice that you do have is being squashed, which is similar to what you were saying when at the beginning of your experience of losing your husband, you felt like you didn't have a voice, and you had to kind of go through certain things without being even asked or being consulted.
This is the thing, nobody asked you how do you feel, what do you want to do. Everybody's telling you how you should live your life now. And you know,
it's almost like you haven't got a voice.
You haven't got a voice. So basically, jidda kende hai sare udde karna paina pata hone idda hi time pass ya. But you know, what kept coming up for me was, no, it's not just time pass. You're still here, you're living. Pick up your pen, carry on with your story, because it's not over yet. Because if it was over, you would have died as well that day.
And I think, sorry, I was just going to say that you've lost your husband then, but part of that, it's almost like you're losing your identity with it, and you don't count anymore, and I think that's really wrong.
So these are the changes we want to make. You know, our cultures, our traditions, our values are amazing, but there are a few that are no longer serving us. So we really need to wake up and smell that coffee, taste that coffee. Those that are not serving us, we need to change them with the ones that will serve us. Because back in the day, widows were treated really badly. You know, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਖਾਣਾ ਪੀਣਾ ਵੀ separate ਬਣਨਾ. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ, they're not allowed to have garlic, they're not allowed to have onions in their dal sabji. They're not allowed to look in the mirror because shisha kade ਲਈ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਆ. You know, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੰਦੇ ਜਿੰਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਮਾਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਤਾਂ ਜੇ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਧੀਆਂ ਭੈਣਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਇਦਾਂ ਹੋਵੇ, how would you feel? Is my question to the audience. Because you know, we're 2021, and it's shocking that we're still having these conversations, because I feel doing this, I've inspired other women out there. There's a couple of young widows that have come on board, and they've said, we've been watching you for a few years, and this has happened to us now, and we're going through the same challenges. But seeing that you've created this platform, it's amazing for us. And because it's created, look, we're here today, we can have this conversation.
This seems like your soul lesson, isn't it? Because now, though, if you didn't go through that really tragic period in your life, you wouldn't be doing this now.
I wouldn't
so
be
that's
doing
what it says, Pana Mitana. In that Pana,
you
found the Mitias that this has happened to you so you can help others.
Yeah, it's happened. I can't change it. I'm a solo parent, it's hard. I've got my children, my grandchildren to think about. I can't sit and wallow. So do choice I could have sat and wallowed, or I could risen.
You're not in the victim mentality.
No. So instead I chose to rise, and I thought, if I can make a difference to others, let's set this up.
And that's a role model you need to be for the women out there. Some of the women can just close themselves and shut away and go into isolation. And that isolation leads to bamariyan, disease.
Well, we know that, right? And you listen to your body, you listen to the screams of your body. And because I was aligned with myself, when I felt the environment was becoming a bit toxic for me, in 2013, I moved away from that environment. Again,
and if you hadn't?
I was aligned, and I felt it wasn't right for me. So I did that. And then I knew if I did that, I can do the next step, which was to set up your Saheli.
And it takes a lot of courage.
But you know, but then minu kidda shakti mili. I mean, I'm just a normal person like, you know, you and all the other ladies out there. But I feel this happened, it happened for me, and now doing this, life is happening through me to make a difference to others. But I was only successful because my sisters, my friends, you ladies believed in me. I had an idea, I planted a seed, you all came together, you nurtured it, and that's why we're here. Because,
it's growing now.
You know, I can talk about your Saheli on my own and have nobody there, but because I have an army of women with me, I feel even stronger and even more passionate about this. And also, it's like, for small businesses, it's giving them an audience, isn't it? And you feel, already I'm helping people.
Giving a lot of women a lot of platform that they need to, you know, expand their expertise, which is so necessary.
Definitely. And you know, je life de bech मैं ये अपने viewers ਨੂੰ भी ਦੱਸਣਾ ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ life ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਟੇਬਲ ਤੇ ਸੀਟ ਮਿਲਣੋਂ ਹਟ ਜਾਵੇ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ choice ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਟੇਬਲ ਤੇ ਸੀਟ create ਕਰੋ ਹੈ ਨਾ you have to create the seat, build your own, you know, seat, build your own table, build your own community. You can do it, and when you're around your chosen friends, because these Saheliyan, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਕੌਣ ਆ ਇਹ Saheliyan ਨਾ ਹੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇਦਾਰ ਆ ਨਾ ਹੀ ਇਹ ਮੇਰੇ husband ਦੀ family ਚੋਂ ਆ ਨਾ ਹੀ ਇਹ ਮੇਰੀ family members ਆ these are people that have found me and
you found them.
I found them and our vibes have matched and we've connected and we're there and they are actually encouraging me to do this even bigger and better and they're giving me their ideas and they're saying just do it like this or just I'm happy to come and speak at your event and you know what when you do something from the heart मैं किसी speaker ਨੂੰ भी ਸੱਦਾਂ ਉਸ ਕਦੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਹੀ ਤੇ ਜਿੱਥੋਂ ਮਰਜੀ ਦੂਰੋਂ ਦੂਰੋਂ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੀ 28 ਤਾਰੀ event ਨੂੰ ਸਪੀਕਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਆ from Hertfordshire, from Luton, from Essex, you know it's a big ask to get people to come on a raat rani pehla hotel de vich so they're putting themselves out but look what they're doing you know and look what they will get back as well because look at the event kida pad gayi
honestly that's
so it just goes to show it's needed because jida hon sianiyan gurdware jandiyan ona ko apne jehde old people's group jandiyan they have their community
and we spoke about that didn't we
and
how important it is
let's add that again
just about being ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਥਾਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਨਹਿ ਗਿਆ ਖਾਣਾ ਵੀ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਣਾ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਫਰੈਂਡਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਮਿਲ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਕਦੇ ਕਦੇ ਕੋਈ ਟ੍ਰਿਪ ਵੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਕਿਤੇ ਟਾਊਨ ਨੂੰ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਇਜ਼ ਵੈਰੀ ਵੈਰੀ ਗੁੱਡ ਥਿੰਗ ਤਾਂ ਲੋਕਡਾਊਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਔਖਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਹ ਟਾਈਮ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਪਰ ਹੁਣ ਉਹ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਥਾਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਸੇਫਟੀ ਵੀ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਪਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਥੋੜੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ
Definitely ਹੁਣ ਦੇਖੋ ਜੇ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਮੈਂ ਕੱਲ ਗਈ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਹਨਾ ਤਾਂ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਭਰਿਆ ਪਿਆ ਸੀ it's like back to before COVID times so it's so nice ਹੁਣ ਸਿਆਣਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨਾਲ secondly ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਚਾਹ ਪਾਣੀ ਪੀਣਾ ਲੰਗਰ ਖਾਣਾ together which is amazing as well because ਕਈ ਘਰਾਂ 'ਚ ਇਕੱਲੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ day in day out and that isn't right everybody needs company they need to talk to people and they need to be out and about so the ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਿਆਣਿਆਂ ਲਈ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਆ ਐਂਡ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਇਕੱਠੀਆਂ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਦੇਖੋ ਸਮਾਨ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਰਗੀਆਂ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਜਿਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਫੰਕਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਲਈ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਣਿਆ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਆ so we can't thank the ladies you know in the Gurdwara enough for what they do
and like you said they're like their little community of Sahelians
they are definitely
and they've already been established in you know for many years back so we're just there for the women in our generation I guess and I think that's so important for our children as well and think that their moms are okay that they can support themselves and that gives a lot of confidence to our children that they can pursue their dreams and careers without worrying about us
definitely
I mean I was just going to mention you know I understand that you know your experience was through your husband passing away but similar experiences for people who go through divorces where you know the judgment's there you feel isolated you feel lonely and you know you may not know what your next step is in terms of family support and in some ways it's actually worse because you know people kind of judge you and feel like you know you're the problem you brought the problems into the house and you know all these other things so you know that's a different kind of grief so this is where your Saheli would support you again you know to empower you to make you feel better and that's where we all come in
definitely because when somebody's going through a trauma any trauma your self-esteem is so low and depression and everything and also there's no growth for you that's completely stopped your mindset is like becoming ill you know it's all over the place so with what we do together is like you know we improve our personal development and we learn how to control our mind, because your mind is your baby, right? That's the only thing. Tusi mind nu dasunge, you know, the good things, your mind will accept them. You tell your mind bad things, that's how your mind will function. It's very much like, you know, we are like, our mind's like a garden, isn't it? Like, we're so busy, more ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਸਵਾਰਦੇ ਆ, ਸੋਹਣਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਤੇਰਾ garden ਬਹੁਤ nice, ਆਪਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਫੁੱਲ ਲਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ, and the back garden, we don't pay notice to that. That's like our inside, isn't it? So, you know,
everything needs nurturing.
Everything needs nurturing, and I always like this garden analogy, because ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਫੁੱਲ grow ਕਰ ਲਓ ਜਾਂ weed grow ਕਰ ਲਓ, the choice is yours, right, in your mind.
Obviously, ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ weeds ਤੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ attention ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਉੱਗੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ, so weeds is our thoughts that don't serve us, that make our life more complicated and more sad in a way. So
absolutely,
stop giving it attention and start watering the flowers, the good thoughts.
Exactly, and self-esteem isn't going to be built from people telling you. It's again going to be
through responsibility.
It's going to be built from within, isn't it?
But what I like about your Saheli as well is like, it makes you understand koi problem, koi pain, koi conflict, koi dukh, it's not meaningless. There is something valuable in there. So we just got to make people, Sahelis, realize, to become aware that what have we got to learn from this problem and this pain, because it's pushing us towards a life that we're are not aware of. Like with you, it pushed you towards creating this your Sahelis. So for me personally, it pushed me towards like learning more about understanding how my mind works, how the universal laws work, and once I understood that I have the power, the responsibility to create the life I want, you know, my life became more harmonious and peaceful. But I wouldn't have got to this realization until I didn't have to go through all my pain and suffering. So that pain and suffering was for my benefit. So this is what I like about your Saheli, is helping women realize, let's not label that problem as something negative in your life, let's see the positive in it.
Exactly.
And that's where we find freedom.
Absolutely. And you know, it's like you said, I wanted to create this platform, put myself on this platform to help others, and just really, you know, when you're empowered and you're okay, the other person will automatically get that, because they'll think, she's still getting up and doing it. And this is where I get empowered, when I go to the Gurdwara and you hear aunties' stories. You know, some of them have been through so much, honestly, and you think, oh my God, look how lovely she is, but look what she's gone through. She hasn't stopped. They didn't do this, but look what they've done. Some of the aunties, you know what they do? They invite all the Korean that families don't speak to, or the girls that feel so alone. They make sure they invite them to their functions. That is number one seva.
That's really good.
That is so good. I see it all. Because you know, when you've been within a community for 37 years, so I still go to that same Gurdwara, and I get a lot of love, and that's probably what keeps me going. And then that makes your faith, that makes you even stronger, doesn't it? Because you think, okay, Babaji gave me 10 suk, he took one back. Be grateful for the 9 others.
You still got
it's okay saying that, but you have to really take action and do it with impact.
So discipline and practice.
Absolutely. Even affirmations, you know, when you say little things, say like, oh, I look all right today, I still look good for my age. Back it up with power. I know I look good. And it makes a big difference.
Keep saying it.
And keep saying
until it becomes familiar with the subconscious mind, and the subconscious actually believes it then. But I think, nah, I'm just kidding myself. But the more you say it, it starts becoming true.
Absolutely.
And you get feedback from people. You think people start saying that to you. And it does work.
And I was just going to mention, you know, my mum was also a widow. So I was just going to sort of talk about that for a little bit. And as I grew up, I always felt that she was kind of always on the sidelines and never really properly included in things, and that always used to hurt me and upset me. But you know, she did the opposite to what you did, and I think that's because there was no support around for her, and she really didn't know what she could or couldn't do, and there was all the judgment. Plus, she had 6 children, so people were always saying, "Bajari, you know, she got 6 kids, you know, and all that sadness and stuff. She just kind of soaked it all up, and that led to her having numerous breakdowns, but through support and everything else, she did get better. But what I'm saying is that had this sort of idea been around then maybe her life wouldn't be been as bleak. I mean, I'm not saying it was bleak the whole time.
No.
She was very happy, but to know that she could go and talk to somebody that actually understood how she felt,
this is the
would
thing.
have made her feel better.
This is the thing, isn't it? Like we say, we don't talk about these things. They're shunned away. They're like bad omens, and they then become very like withdrawn and very reluctant to actually touch anything or go near like weddings or brides. You know, you just feel that because people make you feel like that. But we shouldn't, because this can happen to anybody
at any time.
At any time. So instead, support them, because they are still the same and they will still be the same. And don't think, you know, they're going to take your house, your jameen or whatever, and they're going to get married again, they're going to do this. Remember, whatever they decide to do, they can do whatever they want to do, because they too have worked. Remember, you know, they have put into this pot as well, and they have rights, they have children. If you can't support them, don't bully them. Don't make them feel any worse, because like we said, you feel bad anyway, and you feel so alone, because remember, you were only something in that family with your partner, your husband, because when he's gone, others are going to start showing their true colours. So, and just think of that woman, what she's feeling. She needs to be able to approach you and talk to you about how she's feeling.
And I think a lot of it is fear, insecurity, not knowing. But if you just try and care for somebody who's in a horrible place at that time, you know, you don't know whatever you're giving that person the support is going to come back to you, because you're doing the right thing. You're not ostracizing them, you're not making them feel like they've done something wrong. You know, they didn't know this was going to happen to them, and you know, their whole life's been turned upside down. The least you can do is try and help them get through this really difficult time, rather than making it worse for them. That's the way I would look at it. Yeah,
and life, as you know, it's challenging enough anyway, even when you haven't had any traumas. But when you've had traumas, it's like so difficult. And you see so many women go through, you know, so much depression, trauma, because they can't cope. You know, the lockdown has taught us, right? Look how people are at the moment. They can't cope with anything, because we've been so used to being in our little shells. We're working from home, and then you go back into the big wide world and everything is different. So for me, this is what it was like when I lost my husband. You felt so alone, and you were just like in your own little bubble, and then going out was bad enough. Getting ready to go to a function was hard enough, without people saying
the judgment.
Oh my God, इन्हों तो कोई फर्क ही नहीं है, तो अपना मेकअप ला के आई है, इतना लाल सूट पा के आई है, इतना लाल लिपस्टिक ला के आई है, थोड़ा सारा confidence चल जाता है. सामने तुसी, you're trying to get up. Only you know how hard that is, right?
The insecurity really kicks in hard in situations like that, I know.
It definitely
and you lose your identity. Who am I? What am I? Am I worth being here anymore? And so having really this, I've heard people that start talking so negative about themselves.
Absolutely.
You know, do they need to exist on this planet anymore to that extent? Which is really sad.
And you know, the thing is, those that are telling you what you should be doing and how you should be living your life, they haven't even walked that journey. They're with their husbands. Chalo chaliye ho gaya sada kaam hai na. And jera banda utthe betha, onu kende utthe betha rave. Right? But they too have, they've lost their husband, they still have to go to work, they still have a mortgage to pay, they still have bills, and they have children who they have to marry. So why are you changing? Because you've got to remember, that person has gone through so much. Remember what they've gone through. Instead of bullying, that's so wrong.
It is.
Because you know, when people do that to you, you feel so small. And sometimes it's just a thought, you know. Don't get me wrong, I was at a stage where I wanted to end it. I didn't always, you know, I wasn't always like this strong Jazz that sat here today. I wanted to. One day I was feeling so low. You know what? I made the right choice. I went to see one of my Benjis and talked to her at lunchtime. Or I could have just gone and done something else, or taken an overdose, because I was feeling so low. And this was at work. I was feeling like this before I went to work. It's, you know, when people change towards you and you had an expectation. This is why I always say, don't have any expectations. They always hurt. And I had expectations. And when the people started changing, I couldn't cope. and you see them and they don't talk to you, and it hurts you. And I used to feel great in the mornings because I used to be going to work, my happy place. And I was doing really well there, I had great support there, great colleagues, and I was really good at my job. So I was always happy to go to work. But the bad time for me used to be when it was 4 o'clock, time to go home. People are usually feeling really happy when it's time to go home, but I didn't want to go back that way, back home, and see certain people that weren't talking to me anymore, and seeing them you feel traumatized. So, you know, it's not easy, and you just got to do whatever makes you get through that day. Take one day at a time. You know, if you're going through anything, one day at a time, and it'll come, you'll get there. That's all you can do, one step at a time. And you know, women are really fortunate. And I'd like to just touch upon men.
So I was going to ask you, my next question was, have men approached you regarding needing some advice and support?
You know, some of them do, you know, they say, is there a platform like this for men? This is why I think it's really needed, because we feel excited and getting together and going to celebrate, you know, each other's lives and what each woman's achieved and achievements. We feel so excited and we open up and we talk. But men don't talk. Apne, you know, husbands, bra, munde, ka, galla nahi karte, because they feel, again, they've had that conditioning. They're not supposed to. They're supposed to be strong, and they're not supposed to talk about whatever they're feeling.
I've had a lot of male clients, and when you work with their issues, it's quite deep, because they're programmed from young, probably in the first 7 years, like, it's not, in men don't cry, boys don't cry, boys don't show emotion, you've got to be strong, get up, you know, you know, that sort of thing. So they've grown up most of their lives automatically thinking they can't express their emotions, and not to show, is to show their vulnerability is a sign of weakness, and it affects their ego. And so men do have a lot of issues where they suppress these emotions, and they come out in frustration, blood pressure, all these sort of diseases that come up in their bodies, because they're holding on all these emotions that need to be expressed naturally. And that's why they have a lot of problems with really expressing their feelings towards their spouses, you know.
They can't even talk to them, can they, about what they're feeling, because they think, and that's why the men just go and do what they got to do. They just carry on doing.
It's not their fault. It's just coming naturally. It's what they've been programmed, conditioned from young age. And when you actually tell them, you know, when did you feel it's wrong to express yourself? Because, well, it's not wrong. It's just something we just know we're not supposed to do. So who told you that? Oh, my uncle or my dad or my teacher told me you're not supposed to express your feelings.
Just man up.
You know. But they too go through the same emotions, but they can't even release them, like you said, or express them. And how difficult is that?
But we are allowed to show anger. Are here to support.
It's funny, it's okay for men to show anger, but women doesn't look very feminine to show anger. We express our anger because it doesn't look right if we shout, but men can shout.
And like you said at the beginning, look at being angry, look how many other issues it creates, and illnesses. And you're right, you know, that's why more men are suffering with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes than women.
Absolutely.
I was just
Good point that is.
I was just going to say that, unfortunately, you know, if you look at the statistics, there's a lot more men that commit suicide.
Definitely.
You know, and that's probably through not speaking about their thoughts and their feelings, their emotions.
All that. They lose it.
But part of the work that we do, we are here to support and to talk to men. I mean, I know this is all about your Saheli, but you know, if there is anybody out there that feels like, you know, who's a male and, you know, going through real issues, you know, we are here to support you and help you as well.
We have got coaches that will help, and also we have a couple of organisations that do work with men as well. But with the men, the thing is, the men don't attend. Again, you know, you have to show up first. You have to take action.
To make your situation better. If you want to make your situation better, no matter what it is, there is always, you know, it is something that's worth investing in if you want your situation to change. But you know, if you're going to sit and not acknowledge what's happening and just pretend, and you know, nothing will change. You will just stay where you are.
Just get more of that. And do you want to live rest of your life feeling this way and losing out a beautiful relationship, and not just with your partner but with your children and everyone.
It affects
and
everything.
Actually it's such a wonderful experience as well when I've actually had the male clients have actually allowed themselves to express their emotions and actually cried through their sessions, because first they feel like they think, oh, I feel stupid or I feel silly, and I said, no, just no one's here to judge you. I said, just try it, just do it. I tell you that what they feel at the end, so light and so open, and actually has made an impact on the relationship, because oh my God, it is safe to cry, it is safe to show my vulnerability. Why have I never allowed myself to do this before? And they question themselves, and actually they find themselves feeling healthier and lighter, and they've actually feeling that they've improved their health conditions as well. It's so powerful,
and it's like a cleansing. It's a cleansing.
It is. And you know, ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੁਝ ਦਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, often ਆਪਾਂ we're so conditioned, and ਆਪਾਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਉਹ ਕੀ ਕਹੂਗਾ, ਮੈਂ validation ਉੱਤ ਵੀ ਲਵਾਂ, you know, ਫਿਰ ਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਰੂੰਗੀ, right, or ਜੇ ਕਰੂੰਗਾ, whether you're a man or a woman, we are still seeking our worth from others, because we are so like conditioned to do that.
Yes.
But I always think it's about doing what's best for you. If you can do what's good for you and your children or your immediate family, then that's enough. You don't need to do anything to please other people, because then that might mean you're not pleasing yourself.
Absolutely.
So therefore you're filling everybody else's cup,
you're getting further
but
away.
your cup is empty. So you know, you've got to do something that's going to make you happy, and that your happiness will automatically radiate to all the people around you, and that's more important. And we've got this thing where, you know, I mean, I know we say it quite a lot, log, but who are these log? Why do we care about these log?
And when we're dukhi, log kithe hunde udon?
You know, so why do we even consider the people that are never going to be there with us when we need them? Those people are going to be our immediate children, siblings, parents, partners, and that's where we need to put all of our attention.
I did it, you know, this thing about Loki Kenke. It's not even our voice. It's our parents' voice and our grandparents' voice. They say Loki Kenke, Loki Kenke. It's not even our voice.
And so we need to arrive at who you really are without any roles, without any judgments, without those little voices. You know, we can't help it. We all do it. We all go back there. But really, your most authentic self is like where you can just be, not what society, what culture expects of you, but what nature intended. That's what we need to remember, don't we? Because, you know, we have grown...
Nature intended that we all have a feminine and masculine energy in us. And we got to have a balance of it, because we're too masculine or we're too feminine, and so we've got to have a bit of both. And the feminine energy is all about, it's okay to receive.
Yes.
We don't want to receive so often because we feel burdened, we're going to be a burden, or we feel guilty or something. It's okay to receive. We always think that we're going to be more masculine energy, giving.
Yes.
And when we're doing too much of one, we go out of balance, and that's why our body just goes, you know, it loses its center, and we start to feel all the negative emotions and you know, negative sensations in our body. So we've got to respect that it's okay to receive. That's the feminine energy. And also, not just for women, for men as well. You know, it's okay to have feminine energy and the masculine energy, you know, in balance as well.
I was just going to say that, sorry.
No, go on. I was going to say, should just
well, we need to, we will start
start wrapping it up.
What I was going to say was sort of leading on from what you're saying, really, about balance. You know, every single health issue that we have, or a mental health issue that we have, all comes from these issues where we're not being our authentic self. We're doing things to please other people. You know, depression, anxiety, you know, we're either in the future or we're in the past. You know, we're reliving those you know, stories in our heads, and we're not living in the present. So therefore, you know, we end up in the hospital, or a heart attack, or, you know, all these things that are affecting our body that we think we're all right, we're just coping, but our body's telling us that we're not, because you know, it will show us in whichever way that things are not right, they're not in sync, we're not in balance, and that's what we need to always go back to.
And this is what the pandemic's really taught us, hasn't it? You know, there is no future. Slow down, be present, and you know, do the inner work, invest in yourself, keep yourself calm, and self-care is such a big one.
Self-love as well.
Self-love, self-care, take that half an hour out for you. I mean, these are the things we actually remind you. You know, you all know what you got to do, but at your Saheli events, we just remind people.
Be kind to ourselves.
Be kind to yourselves. Look after you. You know, if you can look after you, if you're okay, everything else will be all right. Everybody else will be all right. All your relationships will flow.
Have a gratitude journal.
Yeah.
That's really good.
So, you know, you just got to just do and just be, and don't save that dress that you've brought till you've lost that 1 stone in weight. Wear it. Go out for that dinner.
You might have to have it taken out.
Yeah, just do it.
Taken in.
Because all you've got is today. You know, tomorrow is not promised. Yesterday's gone.
Yeah.
So,
and then a present. Yeah. Present is a gift, and value it and embrace it. You know, because this is all we have. You know.
Absolutely. And je thanu किसी टेबल ते जिदा मैं पहला क्या सी सीट नहीं मिल रही हैगी, take action, create that seat, right? Because you can, you've got it within you to do it,
and it's your right.
It's your right, absolutely. And you know, we honestly, if you need to contact us, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, your Saheli page. You can call us, and if you're feeling anything that's, you know, not right for you at the moment, or you want to talk about anything, call us, contact us. If we can't help you, we have people we can put you in touch with. And it's so nice when you're actually approachable and people can approach you. I even have like work colleagues saying, you know, I'm feeling like this, Jazz, is there anybody you would recommend? And that's nice to be able to have a handful of people that just kind of, you can give them off the top of your head, just to say, contact them because we recommend. So, you know, apne ladies, apne people, we need apne coaches because they know what you go through. Definitely. So we've got 2 coaches here. We've got Gudyal and we've got Dav. Dav's the spiritual coach. So just listening to these 2 ladies, you know, I'm sure you'll get the gist of what we do. So if you've got any further questions or you want to see us in action, I thoroughly recommend you get your ticket. You can get your ticket via Eventbrite. It's your Saheli 6th birthday and our Christmas party on the 28th of November, Crown Plaza, Solihull. So be there, join us. Any final words from you guys? We've only got a few minutes remaining, so yeah.
I look forward to seeing you if you do decide to buy a ticket and meeting you in person.
Yes, and as coaches, we have our own issues as well, and we embrace them because we just learn more from them. So koi problem howe, don't push it away, don't hate it. Actually see what is I got to learn from this, and we'll support each other through this. We coaches support each other. It doesn't mean that we know all the answers, so we help each other. Exactly, and this is where I feel really blessed because, you know, you do all this, but there are days when I crumble, you know, and I have a meltdown and I get upset and emotional. And then you've just got to pick yourself up again because you have to. And it's nice to have an army of women who you can just pick up the phone to and say, I feel like this today. And you just need a chat with your best friend. And you just need to go for coffee and cake. That's fine. I mean, at the weekend, I went to watch the new film, the Sanj one, with my girls. And that was so nice, light-hearted. That's all you need to do. So, you know, you don't have to keep working, keep like pushing yourself. Sometimes listen to your body. Like this again, this is Devinda last week. You wasn't feeling very well, so you didn't do much. You just took it easy. Just did simple things. Kuch nahi kita, and actually I healed quicker. No pressure, nothing, you know. Sometimes it's so healthy to say no. And then it's okay to say no. It's okay. And it's okay not to be okay as well. Don't forget that. And just look after yourself. Eat well. You know, like now with the autumn, so there's some lovely berries still in season. Eat the right things. And, you know, you are what you eat, right? So it's just all part of looking after you. It is, and then you can be the best version of you, so who you're supposed to be. And, you know, life carries on no matter what challenges. I can't help anyone if I don't take care of myself first. So I think with all of us, you know, we have to nurture ourselves before we can nurture anybody else. Absolutely, and just at a show finish now, we're going to go straight for a bite to eat, aren't we, ladies? Oh yes, and a drink. And a drink, and a catch up with each other. And, you know, if there's anything that has come up for anybody, any questions you have,
please do contact us, and hopefully in one of our upcoming sessions we'll have a live phone-in where you can phone and chat to us, and you know, we can give you advice and guidance, and anything that you want to know. We have coaches with us, so like I said, we can answer any questions and we can help you wherever you may be stuck. And hopefully we'll come up with a next episode of your Saheli Chat Show. Again, if there's anything, or if you want to join us, or if there's anything that you feel we should talk about, please get in touch and let us know. And hopefully see you very soon. Jai Gurudev, and thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.